everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Successful Woman's TV show. My name is Galit Ventura Rosen. I am co-founder of Everyday Woman and a professional speaker and commercial real estate broker. One of my favorite things in the world to do is spotlight women making a difference all over the world. Today is no exception. I am so excited today to have with me Ira Green. Welcome.
Hi.
I love that you are embodying today what we're going to be talking about, which is how to create our own freedom. There we go. Mm-hmm. And that we're going to share that you are out at a resort today celebrating your birthday with friends. So living it and breathing it, right, Ira?
100%. Freedom is about so many different things, but you got to actually do it. Yes. You got to do it. That's why I'm like, hey, listen, let's get away.
Yes. Oh, I love that. And I love where you're at. It's so beautiful. So I'm going to share a little bit about Ira, and then we're going to jump right into our topic. Have you all walk away with a few nuggets today that you can implement into your life to how to create freedom, which is I love that word. That was one of my words one year. I remember, you know how we pick a word every year? I remember one year, quite a few years back, that was one of my words. And I love that it's part of yours. So here we go.
I own it.
Green. She is CEO and founder of Freedom Deodorant. She's also a Las Vegas girl, just like me. She started in the finance industry with Merrill Lynch over 20 years ago as a financial advisor. With no college degree. Nobody thought she would make it. And as she ended up, of course, opening up her own firm and owning it for over 12 years and successfully sold it in 2017. That's about the time when her three friends were diagnosed with breast cancer. Not liking what was on the market, Ira went to her kitchen and decided it was time to solve the problem. And that's when Freedom Deodorant was born. Fast forward 5 years. Has it been 5 years?
Oh, it's been 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
Freedom Deodorant is sold at the Four Seasons, Miraval, Mandarin Oriental, Ritz-Carlton, QVC, Whole Foods, and so many more places. So make sure to go grab yours. It comes as no surprise that Ira's proudest accomplishment is raising her 3 daughters and launching a national brand out of her kitchen. Currently living in Las Vegas. I'm looking over my light. Here we go.
Yeah.
We're making it. Her roots, since Ira's Seattle roots, have bound her to the Seattle Seahawks NFL team. Her crazy knowledge of football facts from 1985 to the present show you that when she sets her mind and heart to something, she is persistent to master the field. She lives by one motto: jump off the cliff and build the airplane on the way down. I have to tell you, one of my funnest things about this show, for those of you that are listening and not watching, you can still watch it everydaywoman.tv.com, is that I just make it happen. And I'm doing this around my light because I could not find Ira's bio and I just got it. So let's go. Ira, jump us in right away into a little bit about your story, because it's so inspirational of really not just how you had 3 friends going through breast cancer, but also you have gone through so many things yourself in the midst of building this brand and really taking it to the top.
Right. So what I didn't expect was I created this for my 3 friends. I figured, I created because I never want my kids to touch aluminum. I want them to have clean products as they grow, because they're 3 young women. And during this whole creation, I got diagnosed with breast cancer. So little did I know that I actually created a business for myself, that would help me through the journey. And 1 in 8 women are diagnosed with breast cancer. It's crazy. In Australia, I just found out that it was 1 in 7 women.
Wow.
So it's something that we're definitely going to have to take a look at. And there's definitely extremes of both sides. It could be simple as a lumpectomy and you're good. In my case, I had 7 surgeries, 3 months of chemo, 33 radiation. Like, it was nonstop for 2 years. On the flip side, I have, a great new appreciation for my body. And we should all love our bodies, because if we are not healthy, we can't get anything done. That means business, that means personal life, nothing. Like, we should love our bodies. And I got great new curly hair, which was amazing. I've never had curly hair.
That, remember?
I was like, I had the straightest, blondest hair and I got dark curly hair. So it was pretty crazy. So, in the whole process of creating a business, creating my own freedom, and creating my own freedom on so many different levels, from my health side, from the business side, from my mental side. And I think that was the big one for me was, I really feel that stress does cause horrible things to your body. And I think being a female entrepreneur is one of the most stressful things because as women, and Galit, you know this, like we don't just work, right? We take care of our families, we take care of our kids, we take care of our parents, we take care of our cousins, we take care of the household, we
Yeah,
take care of our spouse. We are usually the last ones to take care of ourselves.
very true.
Right. So when I created Freedom, I wanted it to be one less thing you ever had to worry about. Right. I mean, the fact that you're putting on an antiperspirant that, by the way, has been linked to Alzheimer's disease, aluminum has, and kidney disease, not linked to breast cancer. So I'm not going to go there. Okay. But it's one thing that you don't have to worry about because as women, we worry about everything. I wanted to give you a little bit of freedom for your body that you knew was good.
I love that. So let's first and foremost, I know that when you share the facts about your own journey with breast cancer, at some point it just becomes facts, which I appreciate because that means you're really not giving it any energy. But at the end of the day, for you, you went through a lot. It was 2 years, if I remember correctly, that you of going through not knowing if you're going to, well, you always knew you were going to be okay. But I'm going to say sometimes not knowing or going through and not knowing how the end result is going to be. How long ago was that last treatment or that last thing, that finally that doctor saying it's gone?
So, you never, you could be NED, which is, no evidence of disease. But it's always right here, right? Because you're getting tests every 3 months and everything else. So like right now I'm waiting on a test, but knock on wood, everything's been good. So, my last surgery was August of this year.
Okay. So it's very recent. I just wanted to bring that up. It was very recent. So I'm so glad you're doing so much better health-wise. And I know that one of the topics that you're really passionate about is how to create your own freedom. And I'd love to share with the women that are listening and watching some tips from somebody that is truly a survivor, someone that's created something to help others. And really, I believe from the things I've learned about you since we've been getting to know each other is living your best life. What kind of things do you think we should be sharing for those that are listening and watching? They're thinking, oh, I'm tired.
Well,
I'm worn out. I'm tired of taking
Is it done yet?
Are
we there yet? Like when is it going to be my turn, right? When's it my turn? And what I'm going to say about that is it is always your turn. It is really your decision whether you create your own freedom or not. I have, and you're going to get women that are like, well, I don't have money like you do, or I don't have this and I don't have that. I don't have time. First of all, you always have time. You have to create time. Okay. Because if you don't schedule it, you won't have any time. Because we as women will put everything in there and be busybodies all day long. Okay.
And I love that you use the word schedule because, Ira, for me, that has been the key to my success for my personal well-being. If I don't schedule it, it doesn't happen because something else will always be more important. And one of the things I learned, and I'm sure you did, is that you've got to take that appointment you make for yourself to be as important as a paying customer or one of your kids. Has that been an experience
100%. Okay. Yeah. And, my motto is if it's not in my calendar, it doesn't exist. Right. And that includes my time. Right. I schedule I have a couple hours of creativity time so this is my little thing. I love little coffee shops, even though I don't really even drink coffee. And I'll find a different little coffee shop to go have my time.
I love that.
And I'll have like my little treat. And I find that I started doing, because it's like a muscle. You have to keep exercising it. The more you do it, the more you look forward to it. And it becomes routine. Right. And it gives you a little bit of a break. And even if it's just like People magazine, right? An hour of just reading People magazine where your brain just turns off, right? That is so important, you guys. It is so important. And it's up to you to do that. And let me tell you, I'm an immigrant to this country. We came here with one suitcase. We had no money. We had no connections. My parents struggled working multiple jobs my whole life. We didn't have babysitters. We couldn't afford a babysitter, And I was working from a very young age. Little did I know that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I avoided it like the plague. I wanted to work for big companies. And I found out that I was a really crappy employee, and that I loved creating things. And sure enough, 2 businesses later. But one thing I forgot was me. I forgot me in the whole freedom journey. We were working so hard. We were doing so much, and it was on me. And it wasn't until I got sick that I was able to step back and actually look at the way we wanted to run the business, because I was running a business like a guy. Like, the more you work, right, the harder you are, the more
Yeah,
you're going to
I
do,
love
right?
when you do that.
And it's
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'm going to take a step back.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to take my 50th birthday, right? And I'm going to take a couple days and I'm not even going to answer the phone.
Yeah, and you're
How many
doing this
people could?
interview from your vacation. Thank you.
You ready for this? I opened up my computer today for the first time in 3 days.
Oh my
with a
gosh, I
mass
love that. And
with
you know
a
what? Everything's okay, right?
Glee. Not only is it okay, I got a PO from one of the biggest hotel companies in the country, starting our very first PO with them that we've been working on.
Do you know how many
I'm
times I
like,
hear stories like that? Do you know how many times I hear stories like that? That happened to me the other day. Someone had not paid an invoice for a big project that we're going to be doing, and we needed that first payment. And I stepped away from it for 4 days. It's like, it's the holidays, it's the New Year's, and left it alone. And guess what? It got paid. So,
let it
all right.
go.
So, number one for everybody listening is schedule you time. Schedule, schedule,
Absolutely.
schedule.
Yep. And spoil yourself a little. Every
Okay.
once in that could be an ice cream sundae. That could be a nice walk outside. Like, nature's huge. It's a big healer, right? Go somewhere great that you haven't been and go for a walk. Go for a walk. Clear your brain. It's okay to say no to your kids. It's okay to say no to your parents. Just for a little bit. Give yourself an hour. Start with an hour. Pretty soon you'll be up to 2 to 3 hours, right? And maybe every other week. But schedule you time, because if there is no you, none of these guys are taken care of. Okay?
Yeah.
Take care of you first.
I love that. So, what else should we share?
Oh my gosh, how much time do we have? Now,
Yeah, we have more time. Go.
And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to be your own advocate. You have to be your own advocate. Stop listening to what everybody thinks you should be doing, especially as a female business owner. They don't. I remember when we first started the company, we were having trouble hiring people.
Okay.
And I kept hiring the wrong people, which I blame on myself. I've learned a lot since then.
Trial and error.
Trial and error. But I had an advisor tell me that I needed a coach. I needed a coach. And I was like, sure, fine, make me better. I'm okay with that. I could take that.
Yeah.
But what I didn't realize was, what I didn't do was listen to me. And I'm the one in the business, right? And I'm listening to this guy who's outside who's like, oh, you're just being a bitch, right? Maybe you should ease up. Maybe you should be a little softer, right? And the funny thing was, it wasn't me. That's what we found out over and over again. But I did learn a lot, and I did change a few things on my side.
Good.
But you are in your business. Figure out how you want your business to look. Board it, vision board it, draw it. Like, put it out there so you see it every day of what you want it to be. Like, do you want that Ferrari, or do you want some free time to maybe have a part-time place in Italy, right? That you can pick up for 50 grand, by the way. Not hard to do. Everybody's like, oh, I need the money for that. You actually don't need that much, right? Is it you want an international business, or do you want a great little business that you could have that will give you a certain amount of money for the next 10, 15 years?
Sure.
You don't have to go big. You don't have to go what everybody else thinks. You don't have to do what everybody else does. It is your life, and it is up to you to figure out what you want it to look like.
So really,
that's my big thing.
I feel like there's 3 different things there for people to listen.
Sorry.
I love that. No, it's perfect, because we're going to wrap up with so many nuggets here. So first of all, make sure to make time for yourself and schedule. If you don't work that way with anything else, I schedule date night. I schedule in my calendar, date night, vacations, massages. Everything I do is in my calendar, and I treat it like a client meeting. The second thing that you said is that you really want to ask yourself what you want. It's okay to get advice. It's okay to have coaches. It's okay to have guidance, because sometimes we can't see the things that we want. And I agree with that, because I've had great coaches in my life. But know what you want, and don't allow yourself to make your decisions based on what other people want for you.
Yes.
Right, Laura? I love that. I think that one is such a great way to wrap up, because at the end of the day, all of us, I'm sorry, I don't know anybody that hasn't done this, wants to please other people and make other people happy. And I'm sure you had this too, Ira. What are you doing? Are you crazy? Starting your own business? Are you nuts? I've had friends leaving their businesses and their family. What are you, nuts? You're leaving security, stability. You're so good at it. So stop listening to other people. Sometimes it's okay to, but sometimes it's not okay to. Is that fair?
No, but it's like, I mean, listen, be smart about it. Don't quit your job with no savings and no way to pay for anything. Starting a business does not pay you right away. You got to be mindful of that. But you know what? If it's something in your heart that is making you want to do it, go there. Let it go. Go there. Forget about expectations. I have to be a mom. I have to be on the PTA. I have to do this. I have to do that. Which, by the way, I was banned from the PTA. I don't know if that tells you anything, but go there. Don't think you're not good enough. Try it, because you already have a no. You already have a fail if you don't start, right? Yeah. Take that first step, okay? Because you are here one time. You don't know if it's long or short, okay? Live your life. Have your freedom.
I love it. What a great way to wrap up. Would you share with everybody, first and foremost, where they can connect with you? And then also where they can go, what websites and stores, as I mentioned at the beginning, for your Freedom deodorant?
Sure. So Freedom, the deodorants you can find at Whole Foods, our website, freedomdeodorant.com. We're on Amazon as well. So those are the easiest ways to get us. If you go onto our website right now, I think we're giving a free gift away. So sign up for our newsletter and you'll get a free gift. We got these cute little mini deodorants that are fantastic.
Oh, I love that.
Right now. Yeah, they're really great. We'll be on Good Morning America in March as well. So you'll be able to see us and get our products there too. You could find me on LinkedIn under Ira. It'll probably be Kaganowski Green. It'll be a longer name. So if you see Ira with a really long name that you can't pronounce, that's me.
And I think, is it Kaganowski Green or?
Yeah, it's Kaganowski Green.
So spelled, for those of you listening, it's IRA, but you'll see it on the podcast and stuff spelled out for you.
Yeah, you can look up Ira Green. I'm sure you'll find me on LinkedIn. Social, Instagram, Freedom Deodorant. Facebook, Freedom Deodorant. But Instagram, easy to get me. I saw Ira, they'll get it over to me. So
wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing part of your journey. Enjoy the rest of your trip. Thank you for taking a short break so I can interview you for the show. And I appreciate everything you're doing for women and men, but it doesn't matter, but for women and men and everything that you've created. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, no problem. Our goal is to get people healthier one swipe at a time.
I love that. I love that.
Check out our new makeup remover wipes. They're fantastic.
Oh, show them that before we go. For those of you that are watching,
they're fully sustainable, sustainable with clean ingredients.
And of course, it has my beautiful hummingbird, which I love. I love that. I love that. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching and listening. We appreciate you. My name is Galit Ventura Rosen, and this is the Successful Women's TV Show. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you, Galit.